Dead Ops Arcade is a map that I ended up finding myself pleasantly surprised by. I was kind of dreading raiding this map, only because I didn't want it to tank the overall Black Ops 1 score, which will be the next Zombies Critique video. But I didn't want it to do that, and I was kind of worried that it would. But it didn't. I haven't played this map in a long time, and I was pleasantly surprised. So we're going to go over the pros and cons of this map, and then give it a rating. Let's boogie. The pros is that it sets itself apart gameplay wise, and you know what? I think it's alright. I really used to not like it, but I can't get over how like into it I was getting. The weapons are pretty cool. The weapons and power-ups you get in this are pretty cool. They're just this weapon-wise, it's pretty standard. Where there's a Spaz, ray gun, China Lake, Browning, a couple other ones, RPGs in there, like a minigun. And then you get different power-ups, like you have nukes on hand, you have lightning on hand, which makes you zip across the map super fast, taking out any zombies in your path. You can get a teddy bear, which kind of puts like a rainbow around you, which makes the zombies go the other way. You can get a helicopter, or like a chopper, tank, boots that make you run faster for a little bit. There's a lot to it, a lot more than I remembered. And the settings themselves, that's another pro, are really cool. Like, I found myself actually fighting to try to get to the next area to see what was next. Because I used to not be able to make it very far. This area I'm in right now is probably the furthest I ever used to make it. And I found myself genuinely, like, trying to get to the next area just to see, like, what it would be. Because they vary so much. You'll end up in, like, a smaller one like this, but then the next one could be bigger and more open, and then the one after that could be tiny. Like, it goes back and forth, kind of, and all the settings are super dope, and they're all callbacks. Like, this right here is Vorkuta, if I remember the name correctly, the prison that Mason and Menendez, Mason and Reznov are in. And like, I feel like all these guys are modeled after what's his name, Oleg, I think. I don't remember, but the big guy. And yeah, you know, it's pretty dope. I'm trying to think of more pros, because usually one of the pros we do is wall weapons and perk locations, but those don't really exist here. You just kind of get whatever drops in the map at the time. And I think I've got it here, but there's a point where it asks you to pick your path, and it'll choose your destiny. I don't know what the other three were, but I ended up getting friendship, which means I get a permanent chicken. And the chickens in this just kind of fly by your side and use whatever gun you're using in the same direction you're using it. So you're kind of using two at once. And I ended up getting a permanent chicken, which helped, but I'm also curious what the other ones are. But yeah, now some cons. You know what? I really can't think of any. I think cons, although this was the first one that they did, like their first attempt at Dead Ops, there's 3 of them now. I think the only bad thing is there's no way to upgrade your base gun, or any of the guns really, that I was aware of or able to pull off. And after a while, I know it's like standard zombies, and otherwise if they didn't do this you'd go on forever, but you can really start to feel your guns getting weaker about the point that I'm at here. Like, the ray gun still slaps, the RPG still slaps, but the base gun really starts to feel like a slingshot, like you're hucking pebbles by like round 18. I got to 26, I think, and oh man, 22. But it really starts to feel weak, and it kind of leaves you with having to fight until something drops, and just hoping that whatever drops is decent enough to carry you. Another con is these stupid coils, man. Those ones that are going off right there. at least half my deaths are because of those things, just like me happening to be by one and it turning on just at that moment, or me not seeing them and running into them. Because when you have the screen like this, where half of it is just smoke, you can't really see anything. I think I even go down. Oh yeah, no, I couldn't move the tank. The tank got kind of stuck right there, so I was just chilling and firing away. But that's really it for cons. Like I said, I was pleasantly surprised with this map. Like, it held up way better than I expected. I was kind of hoping I'd get further, but I got to a level and I just got absolutely swamped. Like, I had 5 lives going into the last level I died on and lost all of them. Because it got insane really fast. Like, you have barrels rolling off the roof and zombies coming from every which direction. It was harder than this. And this map is tiny. Like, it doesn't look super small, but like, because of all the paths and everything in the map itself, it's tiny. In this map, this one specifically, you can't really see what's going on. I ended up in a room right before this called the Armory, where I ended up getting like 8 chickens in an RPG, and it just, oh man, it was so funny. But yeah, I think rating-wise, I think I'm gonna give Dead Ops an 8.5. I really thought going into this, I was dreading this between last night and this morning, recording this video. But I was dreading this. I thought it was going to end up being like a 4, and it was absolutely going to tank Black Ops' score. Because how I'm going to do it is I'm just going to add up all the, I'm just going to get the average. Like, add up all the ratings I've given it, and then, you know, divide by whatever the number is, and get the average. But yeah, this is an 8.5. I really enjoyed this. Like, I don't know what it could do better. I don't know what it could do worse. But it was just, this is the level that took all my lives, by the way. But it was a lot of fun. It kind of made me want to go back and play Dead Ops 2 and 3. But that's a lot of time and commitment. I do prefer Cold Wars, where you can go into first person. So that one might even have a 9. But it might also have like a 7. I don't know. We'll find out when we get there and I replay it again, because I'm finding throughout this series that revisiting these maps, a lot of them hold up better than I remember. Like, I remember, especially Call of the Dead. That one held up super well. But yeah, you know, I hope you enjoyed. Hope you're having a good day. If you're watching early on, have a good rest of your day. See you in the next one, and until then, keep surviving, and yeah, I'll see you. The capture card, by the way, is still not picking up audio for some reason. I don't know what it is. I'm hoping it's not fried, but we'll find out.